Okay, I got 29 minutes, 23 seconds. Yeah, 30 seconds. Yeah, that's what happens after. It's what time is it? 5:53 in the morning, and I think what they call it deep work is finished. I filled out quite extensive documentation for for asking the government, scary name, for financial assistance with job, with everything else. Hopefully not ending up on the streets with my credentials, skills, and abilities, and everything called potential. So, and yeah, at 25, which is obviously the age I'm obsessed with, because yeah, 25 is actually the age that your body and mental aptitude declines, which is very funny, because that's exactly the depth of shit everyone goes through. And if you are like me, I'm genuinely like 40, 50 something at age. I remember I was talking to someone who was abused, and the R word in his childhood. And that's not funny, but the funny thing is that the guy is kind of spiritual guide now, is doing the things that he literally went through himself, so others don't go through that, which is called, I think, if I'm not misremembering it, it's called superhero syndrome or something, that you literally are saving the you that was that is in other people, but the difference is they didn't have a superhero to save them. You didn't have the superhero to save you, but now you are becoming their version of superhero to save. This is very fucked up, by the way. To save the mini you, the portion of you, the resemblance of you that needs help, that you didn't receive, but now you see the similar case that you want to help. And funny enough, this is in everyone. And everyone who literally, that's why I, during my almost 1 year daily calls to suicide hotline, by the way, they actually blocked me, and they either limited my weekly calls, or some days I would call them 3 or 4 times to speak to different people, because everyone is their own person. They literally give you and repeat back to you their protocol. Are you safe? Do you have anything to hurt yourself with? Have you hurt yourself with something? Where are you? Are you alone? And all of that. And of course, it gets boring, but it's not for my safety. It's also for their safety. Literally, if I'm mid call and I'm committing suicide, let's say, for instance, they're gonna be traumatized for not the rest of their lives. They're like more thick-skinned than your average Joe. That it will impact them anyways. So the thing is that whenever I was calling, after 3 or 4 calls, they only have not even the number. They have repetition of a number. I don't know how the system works, but anyways, I would receive one of the like 3 or 4 people remaining would say, "Hey, this is your last call till 9 a.m. till next day," and stuff like that. And it's literally, my argument would be, okay, the people, because I'm good at pattern recognition, at least that's why I'm really good at learning languages and understanding, hopefully understanding people based on marketing psychology, psychology in general, with my stories, with my uh, education, with languages I know and everything else. I've realized that I'm good at pattern recognition. Some call it smart, some call it intelligent, whatever. But even me doing this and literally itching and kind of not feeling as at ease when I'm literally flat broke and I'm intelligent. I'm supposed to be intelligent, but intelligence itself literally just means the faster method of learning. There's a book, I don't remember the book, but there's a definition of intelligence. It says some people go the same way, slow, and or with the ordinary kind of numbers games wise, ordinarily kind of speed and velocity. Those people are average people. Some people go the same way with faster kind of going through the ranks, the skipping the hoops and everything. Those people are called intelligent. And some people literally go the different way and different path, and those are geniuses because most of the time the geniuses see so far ahead that they don't even feel or be appreciated, feel the appreciation and be appreciated. I don't like repeating, be valued for who they are and what they bring to the table, to the society, and whatever. It's even mentioned in the Raskolnikov's journey in Crime and Punishment of Dostoevsky. My good old buddy Dusty, and my proclaimed rival of literary kind of writing. Everyone else I wash with my writing and call it arrogance, call it whatever, but yeah, had to mention that. And the funny thing is, based on that thing, if I'm supposed to be, I'm gonna tie in all of the open tangents as well. So I was talking to this guy, and I literally clearly saw in his eyes he was one bad look. He's like pushing 50 or 60 now, and um, uh, I was talking to this guy. He has a daughter now, and he said when I was in that situation, when I was like abused by my parents and even the neighbors and everything. Apparently, everyone is a rapist at this point. But anyways, at 8 or 13, I don't remember. He said I was literally left one night alone in the darkness, just disgusted by my own feelings and everything. And the interesting fact is that the day after that they came to me, the police, the whatever, he's American, I think, to question me and stuff like that. The things he said, it literally resembled my own experience with the suicide hotlines, my own 13 therapists, and also in the new country, my GP, my personal general practitioner, that she literally said, hey, if you kill yourself, guilt tripping me to not kill myself. Fantastic strategy, by the way. Um, she literally said, hey, if you kill yourself, I'm gonna be out of work, which is which shows like the priority of people. But because he was going through all of that, and he had gone through that, he literally has this programs, these whatever, that guides people through pain and whatever, based on the superhero syndrome. That I don't know, I came up with the name, but there is a syndrome that is actually explains this. But I like to call it, or it is actually called the superhero syndrome, which is quite a fitting name. And the thing is, I usually look at people, and because I have like metacognition, which is like basically I'm stalking my own thoughts every minute of the day, and it's not even, I cannot even disconnect it, I cannot turn it off. He realized I was kind of observing him quite perceptively, and he literally said, "Hey, how old are you?" We were in a video call, Zoom call, I think, and he said, "Hey, um, you seem to be young, but you're not young," or something. I have my own theories about the old soul in a young body or whatever, but I need to at least make this cohesive enough for myself to understand myself rather than one or two viewers watching this. But so the thing is that he said, "Hey, man, you're already pushing 40 and 50." So that's the tangent inside of a tangent resolved. So when I was talking to him, so one layer peeling another layer back, because we actually gonna go to the first instance of the deep work I was doing. So I finished. Okay, we have one layer left. So by the way, this is another tangent inside of a subtangent, but this is actually a good way of problem solving. That I remember I was like third grade, and one of the actual like I suck at math by the way, but one of the actual like problem solving methods mentioned was to go back, see where the problem starts and where are you like solving this. And I had a lot of problems doing this in my 15 or 16 years old, when I was like almost like pre-learning languages other than my native language, which is Turkish and Azerbaijan Turkish and Persian and English, that I was brought up on like since birth, I guess, because of because of reasons and stuff like that. And this literally skyrocketed to the next level and kind of evolved to the next level when I actually start learning more languages that actually helped me like a multi-layer thinking version of myself to be unlocked. So this is a very good way of problem solving, that you literally map every step of the way that you are facing a problem or something. And I remember I really sucked at this, but I'm noticing even now, literally thinking back about it, back on it, is that I started literally noticing a tremendous kind of depth to my own thinking after I pursued different languages. I have my own theories on it, but let's close the tangent of a subtangent. So the moral of the story is that long story less long is that I'm literally keep an eye on my phone storage at the same time as literally thinking 50 layers deep. So the moral of the story is that because my not only age, which is 25, but only my mental age, so to call, at the same time is 8 years old and 90 years old kind of perception of the world, which I can change everything. I don't give a shit about like external results, everything. No, it's just me against the world, and I can befriend a world, or I can get my way from the world. That's the belief. One man can change everything. And that's like a 8 years old, 90 years old belief that they literally, another tangent, when a child literally wants to hide, they literally do this because hopefully YouTube catches that as the thumbnail. I'm too lazy to literally edit that in, but when they do this, when they play hide and seek, I don't remember the exact age, but it's age that they are viewing the world subjectively. That world goes around the children, and literally spins around them, evolves around them, and I'm missing the exact English phrase, but fuck it. So it literally means if I'm closing my eyes, no one else is gonna see me. That's the reason children do that. And the funny thing is, a portion of me still holds that identity because it's um, it's very pure identification of the outer world, and it gives you more control that everyone wants to have control over everything. But on the other side, I have this pattern recognition, problem solving, maturity, let's call it, disgusting word by the way, of 40 or 50 years old with the existential questioning or whatever. And that even talking to someone who is like 60 or 50, that we are talking, we are understanding each other better than my people actually my age. That's why I'm drawn to conversations with people like 70, 60, and like people like above 40 and 50 are like so they feel so at home with me that it's like it's just undeniable connection. And there are my most memorable kind of interactions I've had. There are some outliers when the guy is like or the girl is like 28, 25, 23, even some younger than me, 19, but they are like one in a billion kind of outliers. And I talk to a lot of people. And so that's the another layer of the tangent closed. So this kind of call it, I guess, I'm not literally spewing fancy words to show expertise, but this is what is called cognitive dissonance between the perceived self-image and the reality of things. So not only now to the actual topic of the first layer of talking after 17 minutes, um, I'm literally here saying, okay, I got two master degrees. I got all of these. By the way, two master degrees are literally least of my perception of self. Those are the most objectively kind of valuable. I Another tangent. You saw it coming, and another thing is that damn, I really sense the enthusiasm in my own voice now. But the thing is that the two master degrees and like 7 years I studied law and stuff like that, publishing articles, being praised by whoever the fuck knew me for 5 minutes or 10 minutes in the like law sphere. Law sphere, that's a fucking word, and praise me to oblivion at it. But the funny fact is that I never once regarded myself as even a good lawyer. I said, okay, I like something about law and stuff like that, but the basic kind of understanding of my own abilities in law was like, okay, I'm gonna be decent, like one in thousand, let's say, one in like 100, another like another lawyer, that's it, or another like college professor or something. But because I've been writing since I was like 8 years old, and I see the value of my complex thinking and my metaphorical kind of understanding of stories, psychology, and everything. I always believed, even without writing a single word, I knew, okay, my own rival in literary kind of aspirations is either Dostoevsky when writing Crime and Punishment or close to that. That's it. Whenever I remember I read Kafka in multiple occasions, George Orwell in multiple occasions, and Albert Camus, uh, Kant, who is not like a fucking writer but a philosopher or something, and millions of like pieces here and there because of my enthusiasm for literature, even the Persian literature. I take part in a very like competitive whatever contest and became like 0.02% of the fuckers who was in that. But that's here neither here nor there. But the main point is in comparison with my law kind of pedigree of achievements, I never regard that as even special. But my writing and my thinking, pattern analysis, and everything, I've always had very high regard and self image of myself. So for me to, let's say, when you say you have like a master's degree from rank 20 university of your niche, and not only one, you have two at like age 25, everyone is gonna clap your way and stuff like that. But to just say that is that regarding my self-image, and supposedly I'm intelligent, let's call it, that's supposed to not only get me results guaranteed, but also get me results faster, because the intelligence is literally a speed of processing information and pattern recognition, that you literally are ahead of other people because you identify the common patterns that is inevitable for other people, but in with the less time. So not only you're supposed to be ahead, you're supposed to be ahead faster. It's so looking at on my own situation now, of course I'm gonna be put under more pressure. So going back to the actual topic, is that after like doing deep work of preparing documentations and deep analysis of my own situation to present it and articulate my own situation properly to the government, a scary word again, in a foreign country with language limitations and whatever it's the lack of experience to actually pursue work and stuff like that, I I literally saw, okay, because I'm still articulating myself, did a lot of writing, a lot of actually creative work, that I literally presented charts, tables, and everything, and it's not the boring tables. It's literally I kind of did it in a creative way with metaphors, with whatever that could simplify my situation, which is not complex, but quite a lot to go through. And I literally, it's when I started the video was 5:53 in the morning, and I've been literally on this shit for like 8 hours, I think. When did I wake up? I think I don't know if it's either 8 hours or 6 hours of straight work, no eating, nothing. And it shows me that your actual like either like they call it Parkinson's law or whatever, that you can condense a lot of work into minimal hours if it's desperate. And this is kind of desperate because it's about money and not going actually homeless. But I also noticed that my expectations are on all-time low, because funny enough, I've always done things due to this. Maybe this is me growing up on comics, but in one of the Batman comics I was going through, like when I was like 12, I think, or 15, there's a quotation from Batman that says, there is no life without regret, but there is a triumphant life. I'm kind of co-quotationing, co-citing, whatever, paraphrasing, fucking the word. And yeah, there is no life which is empty of regret, but there is a triumphant life of the least amount of regret. So that's my philosophy of doing everything. That I literally got my second master's, that I knew it was gonna be useless because of my own assessment of my own situation. But I said, okay, do I want to add the regret on top? I'm doing like 50 different things a day. Like I got like multiple YouTube channels. I pursue multiple like ways to get income. I'm literally learning skills on daily basis and everything, because the kind of the burden of regret is what I like to call it, shadow boxing your shadow in a dark room. it doesn't make sense, like fucking scientifically. In a dark room you don't have a shadow, but let's say you have. In a dark room you're shadow boxing your own silhouette, because I hate repeating words. And not only you don't see it, you don't see the potential changes if you did see it, because it's your shadow at the end of the day. That's literally scenario of regret. You're in an endless loop of not knowing what could have happened, and assessing your current situation of now to the 10 years with different kind of domino effect of events and choices and circumstances that could have led to somewhere you are literally fantasizing because of one decision. So because regret is such a like a endless loop of loss, it's like the main argument is like everything is temporary. But funny enough, regret is not. Regret is not temporary. You can see people who are maybe that's why why I talk to people who are older, because they have a fuller, let's call it, is that a word or something, picture of the world and their life, that they see the patterns clearly, that one moment at time, let's say marrying a different woman, going to a different country or something, this moment literally changed their whole life's trajectory 50 years ago. They wouldn't have known, and they won't know ever what their lives could have been like if they chose differently. But the pressure is that because there is a possibility of change and the betterment of their current situation, it's always like there is always regret for everyone. So the least amount of regret you carry with yourself, and the least amount of, let's say it's fucking ambush in the dark room, instead of one shadow you're boxing like 10 different choices, and you're literally just getting beat up day after day, moment after moment, without relent, so that's what I'm trying to spare myself. And literally I'm doing everything I want to do and I think of doing without any kind of regard for judgment or whatever, because judgment and the weight of looks in your way is temporary. You're gonna forget who the fuck said this and that. But regret is literally in your mind the continuous scenario of what ifs, and you never solve it. You can solve someone said this, someone said that, and you can solve it. Okay, someone said I suck at languages, I'm literally proficient enough in 5 languages. Okay, that's solved. You can solve these. It takes time. It may take 10 years, but it's solved. But regret takes an eternity. But yeah, I think because my phone is literally begging me to stop, I'm gonna stop. And yeah, hopefully no one watches this video and wastes their 29 almost minutes of lives and does something productive. And I would be more glad people are inspired to do their own version of freestyle thinking and talking to others, rather than kind of fanning my flames, as they call it. I would love the views and support and understanding, but I would love it to actually inspire more people. As they say, the pride of a leader is not being a good leader, is to literally make better leaders than him, because that's ironically proves that he is the best